Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Sunday Spotlight. We are Dr. Dondi and Marcy Nettles. We
Hey
are
guys.
your hosts tonight, and we've got some great information for you on being stuck in your business and what to do if you find yourself there. But before we get into the topic of today's Sunday Spotlight or the weekly call, we've got a Freedom Reigns YouTube channel that we've been telling you about. We really want you to go by that, find that QR code right now, go on there, subscribe to it, or subscribe to it and then ring the bell so you get notified when we upload new video content like we're going to do pretty much immediately after tonight's close of the Sunday Spotlight. But what else we got tonight, Marcy?
Oh, we've got everything going on tonight. I mean, this is the last Sunday of the month. And so we've got to make sure that all of you know what you need to do to be able to finish strong, right?
Right.
Because we want you to close out this month as strong as you possibly can, as with as much volume or with as many prospects or, whatever it looks like to you to finish strong. We want you to know what you can do to be able to do that. So we have like 5 days left in this month. And so in your back office, there is a drop down that gives you the options of different reports. In that report, one of the options is the member summary reports. When you click on that and it opens up, it gives you all kinds of different options to be able to drop down into the people that are part of your team, your organization, or maybe it's just you right now, and that's okay. Becoming familiar with these reports is going to be so valuable for you as you build your LifeVantage business. So some of the reports that are under the member summary that you're going to be wanting to look at in the next couple of days is you want to check the unsuccessful subscriptions report.
Mm.
This is where you're going to see people that maybe didn't have their subscription run the way that they thought that it would this month, meaning their credit card didn't go through for one reason or another. January is a really big month for these. The reason, a lot of people's credit cards either expire or renew at the end of the year. And so make sure that you're going through this unsuccessful subscription report and reaching out to anybody that you have in your organization that it shows that their order did not go through in the month of January so far. We don't want them missing out on their amazing activation products. And so what I do, and many of you have probably seen this for yourselves, is I'll send out a text message just saying, hey, I was just running through some end of the month numbers and I saw that your order did not go through for some reason this month. There's so many different reasons why that could be. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help you. But in the meantime, here is the customer support number, and I'll include the customer support number for them so that they can get a hold of somebody to help them make sure that their order goes through. Sometimes they just don't have the money this month, right? And so they'll say, it's like, hey, I just can't do it this month. That's fine. Be supportive, be understanding, and just, have heart for them. Give them grace and have heart for them. And just let them know, hey, I totally get it. I mean, this happens to everybody. It's like, let me know what I can do to help you make sure that you get your order next month. And if you're open to it, we could talk about how we could help you make some extra money if you're interested, right? So then you could be turning it into a different conversation of helping them become a consultant. The next report that you can run is seller level striking distance. If you have consultants on your team, you want to be checking this before the end of the month. Give them a few days, because if they're close to either becoming an onyx or even an emerald or maybe even a sapphire or diamond, you do not want them to miss out on this seller level rank advancement, basically, and earning additional percentages off of their customers. Okay. So make sure that you're looking at these different reports. And then the next one is the next rank advancers. It will give you people in your team that are getting close to that next rank. And guys, I have seen it, and it is so sad when we allow people to miss out on rank advancements by 100
27.
in SV or 27 in SV, or even 500 in SV is something that is totally doable in 3, 4 days, even in one day, right? We want people to know how far they are away from the next rank, because then they can push for it. If they don't know where they are, they don't know what they need to do, right? So that's part of being a leader, is tracking your business. And at the end of the month, make sure you're finishing strong by using these reports in your back office. Now, this week at a glance, tomorrow, as you guys know, what is it? It is the Monday Momentum email day, right? All of the announcements will be in your inbox. If you're not getting these emails, reach out to customer support and they'll help get you signed up so that you are getting them. It's important to hear from the company. And then on Tuesday is the Momentum Live that's at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. You'll get those details in that Monday Momentum email. So you got to make sure that you get that. It is live on Zoom, and then they upload the recordings to the Facebook pages. And then there are continuing nightly opportunity presentations through January 31st. So make sure that you're inviting, taking advantage of this opportunity to get people in front of the Activate and Thrive in 2025 opportunity presentations. They are every night at 9 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Mountain. And if you are Pacific and Central, you guys know your times, right? The Zoom ID and the passcode are the same every single night. So make sure that you're taking a screenshot of this and invite your prospects, invite your customers, because who knows, they may want to hop on this challenge. And the challenge, guys, we only have 5 days left to join the Activated Weight Loss Challenge. It's a 12-week challenge. If you start today, your 12 weeks goes from today, right? There's 3 different categories with over $30,000 in prizes and cash that's going to be given away. And guys, you just need to be inviting everybody to join you in this process, because so many stories are going to come out of this, because there's so many, this is multifaceted, right? First, we want to get people on the mind body system having their own results. You want to do it in a group, because then you can help support each other and hold each other accountable. People can earn cash and prizes and they can get excited about it, but you're also going to be developing stories that you're going to be able to use for years to come in promoting your LifeVantage business. So make sure that you are inviting everybody to join this. The details, there is a post in the Team Freedom Reigns Facebook group, the featured pinned post, and just a note on the Team Freedom Reigns Facebook group. This group is only for consultants that are part of Team Freedom Reigns. I know that you guys have a lot of great friends that are crossline, or you have a lot of great prospects and customers. This group is not for any of them, okay? We have the Your Body Activated Facebook page and also the Activated Weight Loss Facebook page that you can invite your prospects and your customers to. This group is only for Team Freedom Reigns consultants, and that's because we do announcements in there. We do specific things that are only team focused. So just want to make a note of that, because there was a lot of people that were invited. And here is the update. First of all, for the Mind Body Challenge, if you are in it and if you started early in January, you're getting either close to, or it is time for you to send in your updated information for your 4-week check-in, okay? Do not forget to do your check-ins. It's part of the requirements to be part of this amazing challenge. If you look in the featured posts on the Team Freedom Reigns Facebook page, you will see the link there to do your update, okay? Go to the team Facebook page for that. Now, this is something that I just saw as I was on the Hub. The Hub's a pretty cool place to go for announcements, guys. Did you know that they're getting ready to do another account cleanup? Starting March 1st, they are going to start cleaning up the accounts in your organization that are inactive, whether it is customers or consultants, okay? So which accounts will be removed? And when we say cleanup, we mean removing old accounts that are not active. So consultants, no commissionable orders or subscription orders or commission checks or enrollments in the last 12 months. So all you have to do to keep a consultant account active, or someone on your team, the only thing they have to do if they haven't placed an order in the last 12 months, they need to go in and place an order of any amount to stay active, okay? And then customer accounts, same thing. They need to place an order to maintain their customer account if they have not had an order in the last 3 years. Okay, so you don't want to lose people in your organization. You want to make sure that you're reaching out to each and every person and inviting them to get activated again and helping them understand the value of these products.
It's a great opportunity also to let people know what's happening. Maybe there's people in the organization that haven't ordered for a while because they had, like Marcy said, they got to a point where they couldn't afford it. They don't know that we have collagen. They don't know that we have the GLP-1 mind body system. They don't know that we've got the amazing products or remind them. So it would be a great way to reach back out before they get wiped from the system is, hey, want to make sure that you're updated and know all the great products that we've got at LifeVantage. Have you seen the stock lately? Whatever the conversation piece is, let people know that LifeVantage is still here, even though they've disengaged and we're not going anywhere. And it's more exciting than ever. Our products are better than ever. And it's a great time to get back engaged or get that subscription reactivated if you're a customer.
Yeah, so I think that especially your consultants, it's the most important to really reach out to them, because if they want to be active again, we don't want them losing their accounts and having to re-sign up with another consultant's business pack, right? So make sure that they don't lose that opportunity to build if they have any interest whatsoever. And as Dondi said, make sure that they're aware of everything that's going on in the world of LifeVantage, which is really, really good,
Pretty
guys.
exciting.
Really good. So there's also the Evolve expansion and updated perks brochure that has been updated. You can find this all in the hub. The compensation plan is evolving, not in the countries and the markets that's already been there, but in the Philippines. Hey, 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 woohoo! Mabuhay, the Philippines is now getting the Evolve compensation plan. Singapore, Taiwan, and Hong Kong, with Thailand to follow soon. So this is going to be starting March 1st. Are any of you that are on here interested and excited about the Evolve compensation plan coming to one of these markets? I'm seeing some hearts there on Facebook. I bet that there is a lot of happy people that we are going into the Philippines with the Evolve compensation plan. Another reminder, Global Convention is coming up. It's right around the corner, guys. We are at the end of January already, if you can believe that. If you have not registered yet, get yourself registered. And if you're a new consultant, make sure that you check and see if you have a ticket from when you became a consultant. Because if you came in with either the multiplier pack or the business pack, you will have 2 tickets to the next corporate event, which is Global Convention in Salt Lake City. This is April 24th through the 26th, and you need to get your hotel, you need to get your flights, or if you're driving, that's fantastic too, but make your plans, block this time off of your calendar. And we wanted to put it out here. We still have a king room at the Hyatt Place that is available. And if somebody doesn't claim it this week, we will be canceling that reservation, because we ended up getting an Airbnb because we have someone that's coming with us and we needed space for them to stay with us. But if you have not gotten a room yet, we have a king room at the Hyatt Place that is available, and you need to let us know ASAP if you want that. I thought you would like that, Marjorie, about the Philippines. This is going to be fantastic for all of your people over there. So excited.
So question for you, that king room, is that a room with a king bed, or is that a royalty room? You have to be royalty to get that.
It's got a king bed, but I think that every single one of you are royalty.
Okay,
so I think any one of you could lay your head there, and bring some friends with you, because guys, bring sleeping bags. They're great carry-ons. And you can have people just fill your room, right? Fill up your space, get people to this event, because it will change people's lives and it will change your business.
Forever.
Yeah. All right. I love this title, by the way, and I love this. So we were talking, and we apologize, first of all, for not getting the announcement out earlier for this call. We wish we would have, because this is such an important call. We wish we had 500 people on it. Yet we had our 16-year-old daughter's birthday party here last night with 40 plus of her friends.
Plus teenagers.
And so we were a little bit preoccupied. So please forgive us for being a little late in the announcement. But are you feeling stuck in your network marketing business? Are you feeling stuck in your LifeVantage business? Let us know in the comments. It's like, give us a thumbs up if you're feeling stuck in your business. You may not be feeling stuck right now, but you kind of feel like things have slowed down, or maybe you felt stuck before and you're not quite sure why you did or what you did to get out of it, right? Well, we thought that this might be a really good topic for you guys to maybe get a little bit empowered and maybe a little bit more information and just some understanding on why these things can happen. So let's go ahead and move forward. Are you ready?
Let me say a little thing too. So one of the things that I really want to stress here is that when these teachings, when we have these Sunday Spotlight calls and we've got a topic, I want you guys first and foremost to know we are talking to ourselves before we're talking to any of you.
Yeah.
So literally, it would not matter if we had nobody on the Zoom or on the Facebook call with us. We love to have 10 times more of you than we have, but it literally wouldn't matter if there was none of you there because we're talking to ourselves first. And this one right here is the
Big one.
classic example of that because I love this visual where like you're in the valley and you've got you're between a rock and a hard place. You've got these just monumental things on both sides of you, and you feel stuck. Like you don't know what to do. How do I get out of this valley? How do I get back up on that peak? And this is something that I personally and Marcia, we talk about this on a pretty regular basis. But we've been here. I would even tell you we're here right now because we feel stuck. We want and we know what to do that's got us out of it before. It's just a refresher course. It's a reminder course. So we are speaking to ourselves first before we're speaking to any of you, but please come listen because the bigger the crowd when we talk about something like this, the bigger the impact. So are you feeling stuck in your network marketing business? Because we certainly are, and we want to have you guys follow us.
And when I look at this picture too, it also reminds me that building a LifeVantage business or any business is not just an upward trajectory. You go through those high points and then you go through those low points.
Always.
Before you get to another upward swing, right? And so understanding that there can be multiple times in your business's life that you just might feel stuck. So just know that this is not a negative thing. This is an area where you have the opportunity to learn and grow and unstick yourself, right?
Yep.
So let's get unstuck. Let's unstick each other. All right, let's go.
So it's your business. And I really want to just start there with this visual. It's your business, but does it feel like a business to you? Because one of the things that I realized about network marketing versus like the businesses that I've had before in my chiropractic business, in my health and wellness business, in my broadcast business, in my podcast, is that when you treat it like a business, it grows like a business. But when you treat it like a hobby or you never even think of it like a business, you just kind of approach it the way you've approached it before. Well, I really want to remind all of you, this is a business. It can pay you like a business and it can pay you more than most other businesses out there because there is no barriers of entry here other than the age of 18 and a pulse. If you have a pulse, and you're over the age of 18 and you can sign your name or you have the ability to enter into a legal contract, you can start a business in network marketing and here with LifeVantage. So does that feel like a business to you? And maybe that's part of it. If it's just something you're doing, it's something where I like the products and I'm kind of involved once in a while. I tune into a call once in a while. Maybe I'll think about going to an event. Then you're seriously not thinking about it like a business. And I'm inviting all of you to step it up right here. Think of this as your business. Think of it as the way you pay the bills. Think of it as a way you provide for your future and your family or your retirement. That's when you start to put things in perspective of how big this can possibly be because it is a business. It's a legitimate business. Does it feel like that? And maybe if it doesn't feel like that because you haven't treated it like that. And here's the invitation to do just that.
Yeah, that's really good. It's like treating your business like a business.
Makes a difference.
Yeah, because then you can like actually be paid as a business person.
And there's all kinds of tax advantages, like literally keeping your mileage of your log in your car. That when you go from your home-based business, which this is, and you go to your job, if you still have one, that's a write-off because you're going. And if you talk to somebody about it, if one of your coworkers is also one of your customers, this is a write-off for you. Think of it like a business. And if you're not capitalizing on those tax advantages, then you're not treating it like a business or the kind of business that it could become for you. So start thinking about this. And it is business versus a hobby. And kind of think of it like golfers, for example. I don't particularly golf. Once in a great while, it's been probably 10 years, but it's why I'm not on the PGA Tour. And a lot of people we have a lot of golf courses around us here in Arizona. 99.9999% of the people out there swinging clubs at those white balls on the ground are hobby golfers, meaning they had to pay to play that round. But if their business is golf, like Tiger Woods, and that's probably the only golfer that I can name right now because I'm not a necessary, I don't watch golf, I don't play golf, but there's a lot of people that are on the PGA Tour. I think that stands for Professional Golfers Association. Maybe, again, I'm not a golfer, but they are getting paid to play the game because it's their business. So if your business is paying you, or what you're doing, if you're getting paid by it, then it's a business. Or if you're paying money into it, then it might be a hobby. In other words, cash flow. We'll talk about that here in a second. So the next, which do you have? Do you have a business or do you have a hobby? Which do you want? And how do you know? How do you know if you have a business, or how do you know if you have a hobby? Or more specifically, an owner's mentality versus a renter's mentality. So if you've ever rented a car or rented an Airbnb or rented a hotel room, you don't typically treat it the same way as if it's your property. Now, I'm not saying you abuse it, but you certainly don't treat it like your own. And so when you have an owner's mentality versus a renter's mentality, you are going to have a different business. So which are you? Are you an owner or are you a renter in your mentality? And which do you want to be? And again, how do you know? Maybe you knew this as a business. You probably treating it like a business, or your interpretation of how you're treating it like a business. But what are the benchmarks? What are the variables? What are the bullet points of a business that you should be focusing on as an owner of that business?
What do you, and I would love some interaction here too. If you're on here with us on Zoom or on Facebook, it's like, what are some of the things that an owner would do? Like, even when you're thinking about like a home, what are things that owners do that renters don't? Or apply it to your business. What are things that owners do that renters don't? Just so that you can share how you understand this. I would love
they
to.
Think differently. Like when an appliance breaks and you're a renter, it's like, oh, just call the owner or call the property manager or whatever. When something breaks and it's your own, it's like, okay, how do we fit this into the budget? And you maybe have budgeted for just such an emergency. And so the key is it's a different mentality. And so if you have a renter's mentality, but you're an owner of a business, but you're not treating it like a business, then probably it's not performing like a business. It's a different mindset.
Yeah, you just take care of things a little bit differently.
You do.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And so how do you know? Well, it all comes down to this: cash flow. And something I've heard it say, and I've tried to remember the exact verbiage, and I probably messed this up a little bit, but I'm trying to go as literal as possible. So in network marketing, you will overestimate what you can accomplish in the first few years. And so is it overestimate or underestimate?
No, you'll overestimate.
So
you expect that you would build your business faster.
Quicker. Yeah.
In the first few years than what happens normally.
Yeah. I had somebody, and I don't remember who it was, somebody who is a presidential in LifeVantage now, but when I first got involved in LifeVantage 15 years ago and just wanted it to be more successful than it was in the beginning. The example was given to me: if you started playing piano now, like today was your very first piano lesson, would you be playing Carnegie Hall as the key present or the musician that everybody's coming to next week? And of course not. And he goes, well, then this is the same. You have to learn the skills. Whatever, I don't know how to play piano, but whatever, you have to learn the keys, the difference between the white keys and the black keys and all that stuff. And again, I'm not even going to try to attempt to that because I don't know anything about piano. I can play chopsticks and I even suck at that. But the bottom line is you're not going to be selling out Carnegie Hall if you just started playing piano. So the thing, give it time, learn the system, learn the ropes, learn the industry. And I was given a couple books to read and read them and started getting a lot of little ideas about it. But there's also something in network marketing that you underestimate what you can accomplish in 5 to 10 years, because people that are employee mindset or entrepreneurs in a small business mindset, if you know the cash flow quadrant from Robert Kiyosaki, and you're thinking like the S quadrant or the E quadrant, the employee or the specialist, you do whatever you do, you are paying. And you are paying to play that kind of like a hobby. You are working for money. When you become on the right side of the cash flow quadrant and you and I are a big business owner or an investor, money is working for you. That's the thing about network marketing. Money starts working for you. In the beginning, you may put in 10 hours and get a paycheck for 13 bucks. You're like, that's a buck 30 an hour. That's like quarter or even 1/10 of minimum wage. This sucks. Well, you're thinking about the immediate. But if you start building and then it grows and it grows and it grows and you're learning more and you're becoming a better leader and people are following you, then eventually you start getting paid for things you've never ever done.
Mm-hmm.
Like the people who enrolled 50 levels below you. You don't even know their name or where they live or what language they speak, and they just showed up in your business. You had nothing to do with that. But again, you had everything to do with that because you learned the things in the beginning. So as your network grows and you start getting into the higher ranks of this company, you're going to be blown away by the amount of effort you put in on a daily basis or weekly basis or monthly basis or quarterly basis or however you're basing all of that, and the financial income or the cash flow that is coming in as a result of it. Network marketing is one of the greatest ways to blow your ever-loving mind about how much cash flow you can create when you treat things like a business. When you treat your business like a business and you learn the ropes and you learn the industry and you become a hands-on leader, you will severely underestimate what you can accomplish in 5 or 10 years or even beyond that. This is a legacy company and it's a legacy building industry when done right, and we're inviting you to do it right.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing you say is that we all need to have proper expectations and understand that our journey is going to be our journey. It's going to be different than anybody else's journey out there because we have different experiences and knowledge and willingness, right? Each
Right.
person has a different willingness. And when I say willingness, it means how much time are you willing to put in? What are you willing to do to be successful? How much are you willing to personally grow yourself? And how much time and effort are you willing to put towards your business? Because every single person is going to have a different answer to each one of these things. And so having the proper expectations around what your willingness is to be a professional and to be an owner in your business is going to make all the difference in the world. So cash flow will be dependent on your willingness, your commitment, and your proper expectations for
Yeah.
long-term development.
So exactly what Marcy said. And just to kind of point of perspective, in the beginning, when we joined LifeVantage and we were learning the ropes, first time Marcy and I have ever been involved in network marketing. And we are learning the ropes. We're learning the industry. We're learning how leadership works in this industry as opposed to the rest of the world and business as a whole. And we worked within the first 18 months of getting involved in this company. We were able to hit ranks where we started making 5-figure a month checks. And for the last 171 months in a row, we've earned at least a 5-figure check. And that's because we put the effort in the beginning. We treated it like a business. We learned the ropes. And this is the underestimated part. There have been months and months and months and even years where I didn't grow at all. Didn't read a new business book. Really didn't build our business. We haven't rank advanced in a long time, but we're still getting 5-figure checks every single month from what we did way back when. That is unheard of. And this industry capitalizes on all of that.
Mm-hmm. And there's reasons why we haven't ranked advanced. There's reasons why we're not at a higher level than we are. And a lot of it has to do with distractions. A lot of it has to do with priorities. A lot of it has to do with not focusing on other people and focusing on ourselves and doing the work that we need to do. Mm-hmm. So what is it that you can identify in your own journey with LifeVantage that has maybe kept you stuck at a place that you don't want to be? I just named several that are the reasons why we have been.
Yeah.
So be thinking about that. It's like, okay, so what's going on in my business that might have me stuck, right? Because identifying it, you can then work on it and change it, right? Ready?
Yep.
Okay.
So we're here to help you build your business. And I said that with a pause because in the beginning, what I thought that meant, and I saw this before, is we're here to help you build your business. And we are here to help you, but you build your business. So there's a division there. We are here to help as much as possible, as often as possible, but we are not here to build your business. We are here to help you build your business. And that's the key distinction. And that's one of the things I consider it kind of a curse and a luxury at the same time, because I was one of the very first 150 people to join this business. I didn't have an up, I mean, I had an upline as far as enrollment, but they didn't have any extra. We all started out at the same rank. And so they were building their business while I was trying to build my business. And that's the benefit of having presidential and executive leaders, that when you join a business, they've already established that level. They've got more free time to help. And some of them are building part-time, some of them aren't building at all, and they're still receiving their 6 and 5 and 7-figure checks every month. And that's the kind of leadership you want. You want to have seasoned leadership, but don't rely on them to build your business. This is your business. So how do you know who gets the 1099 at the end of the year? Who gets taxed? Who has to pay the taxes? If it's your business, you do. So who pays the taxes is whose business it is. And so there's obviously people who want to help you, that are there to help you, but it's not their responsibility to build your business. And I never had to worry about that because I didn't wait for anybody. I had a huge burden in my life to be a parent to my kids when I wasn't able to as a chiropractor. And the key is having a burning desire. But this is your business to build, and we will be here as often as you need us, but we can't build your business for you.
Yeah. And so this could also be another reason why you might be stuck in your business. If you're waiting for someone to reach out to you to see what you should be doing or how they can help you, then maybe that's why you're stuck, right? So make sure that you are, just so excited to take ownership and build your business by figuring it all out. You can totally figure it out. It's not unfigurable outable.
Yeah. And the book Go Pro by Eric Worre is a great place to start if you're really trying to. And I would even say, don't try to figure out something where there's already a proven model for you to follow.
Yeah.
Because that's not wisdom. Follow the people that have done it before you. And that's what Marcy's saying, is when you're part of figuring it out is finding the resources that are going to help you get there. What Tony Robbins
I'm not saying
about.
you have to create a whole new wheel. There's no creating
No.
Yeah.
One of the things that I love that Tony Robbins talks about is read books, because if somebody took 10 years to write a book and what they wrote about in the book was 40 years of their life, you can literally in 2 or 3 days learn the benefit and the value of 40 years of effort by reading a book and watching someone else's journey, or following someone else's journey. And there's a lot of great books written by some great authors in the network marketing industry. And GoPro, I would start there. GoPro by Eric Worre.
And one of the things too that has completely changed since we first started with LifeVantage is back then, we didn't have the resources that are available now. We didn't have the amazing hub or replicated website that we have now, and all of the other tools that are available. And so back then, we were winging it and we were creating things, right? But now the things have been created, and corporate has really stepped up their game in providing us with the tools that we need to. And so when I said figure it out, I mean go to the resources and get your answers, right? Because becoming educated on your own business, that's taking ownership.
Right. And we've got some of this stuff in the coming slides. So becoming the leader your business needs you to become and your team needs you to become. That should be your challenge. Become the leader your business needs you to be so you can run it, and that your team is waiting for you to be so they can follow you.
So what does that look like?
Well, it means taking ownership.
You're not a renter. You are a business owner.
Yes.
So when questions come up, what do? We're asking you this question right now. Put A or B in the comments, okay? When questions come up, do you A, immediately run and ask your upline, or B, go find the answer?
It's not an easy question to answer. It's also not an easy question to field if you've not been asked this before.
Yeah.
Because it's one of those things, it's like, well, I know this person knows, I'm going to call them.
Yeah.
And there's nothing, and let me explain something too. If you've never treated this like a business, maybe that's your normal default answer, because you just don't think of it like a business. Well, if you do, and you ask here's the difference between asking your upline and going to find the answer. When you ask your upline, most of the time you won't commit the answer to memory. And so if the same question comes up a week later, you're going to ask the same question again. How do I know? Because we field those types of questions. But if you go find the answer, then you'll know moving forward. You just increased your level of leadership. You just increased your learning about this business, which makes you more valuable, which now the income is coming soon.
Yeah, so I love this. Beth said B first and then A if I can't find it. And that's perfect
Yeah,
order of things.
exactly.
Teresa said both. April said A and B. Dr. Pat said B. Marjorie said, I will B first, and if I can't solve it, I go to A. That's absolutely perfect.
That's what
Perfect.
leaders sound like. We
Perfect.
got some great leaders here.
Perfect. Yes. And yet, I mean, there are times when it's like, especially when we're launching new products and all that kind of stuff, you just don't know where to go find it, right? And so it is absolutely perfect time to reach out to your upline. The thing is that when you reach to your upline, think about how you're asking the question. Don't ask the actual question. Don't say, hey, what's the answer to this? Say something like, where can I find the answer to this question? Right? Because then that way you're actually encouraging your leader to be a good leader, because leaders should point instead of just giving information. Because if you give the information all of the time to the people that are asking you, you are making yourself like a requirement in the scenario all of the time. You have to be there to answer the questions. But if you are a leader that points to where people can find things, you are going to be able to build a much bigger business because you're utilizing the tools and the resources appropriately.
Good point. Yeah.
Okay, right?
That's a hard lesson I had to learn for
Yeah,
sure.
we all have to learn it, right? We all
I'm
have
still
to.
learning it.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's keep on moving here. So if your answer is A, this might be why you're stuck. So everybody that's on here that answered, you guys are doing it in the right order. Great job. But if your answer was A in your mind and you just didn't want to answer at, put it out there, totally get it. No judgment, nothing here. We just want you to evaluate this as being a place where you could take more ownership in your business. And there's reasons why as we move forward here.
Mm-hmm. And so owners go find the answer. And sometimes you may know because it's like, well, I think I saw that somewhere. And you kind of just have somewhat of a memory and you'll go there. And other times it's like a completely from left field answer or question and you don't know where to go. Or you don't know how to type other than maybe Google the question and see what happens or something like that. So, but owners go find the answer and sometimes however long it takes because that's their quest.
Yeah. So where can you look for the answer? There are so many different places, and this is a short list. There's more places than this that you can look. So how about your replicated website? It is such a layered resource for you. Every single one of our products has their own individual product page that has videos. It has FAQs, as well as the science. It has the label information. It has so much information on there. So always be going to your replicated website first for product questions.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's hub.lifevantage.com. I would have never known about the cleansing of our back office and the consultants and the customers that I shared with you in the announcements earlier if I hadn't gone to the hub, because they haven't announced it yet, but they've got this up on the hub already. So this is somewhere where you should go in there frequently because they're updating it with new information all of the time. But there's all kinds of information on the hub.lifevantage.com, as well as they've got quick links there to other resources that can help you find what you're looking for. And then, of course,
we've got the Freedom Reigns YouTube channel. There's video playlists that are in there. So, and there's literally hundreds, maybe even approaching 1,000 videos on there from the years we've been doing this. So there's a tremendous amount of resources out there for you. Get familiar with them, because if somebody asks the question and you will have a memory of how you got the answer. And now next time the answer or the question comes up, you're going to find it a lot quicker. It's like, oh, I remember that. I remember that. And boom, you can send it off or like Marcy said, point to it.
Yeah. And then, of course, we've got the Team Freedom Reigns Facebook page. There's also Your Body Activated, the customer and prospect education Facebook group that we have there. There's the activated weight loss group. And did you know that in all of these groups and even on YouTube, there's a search bar? And when you put in terms in the search bar, like if you're looking for information on TrueScience Liquid Collagen, you could put in collagen in that search bar and it's going to have all kinds of things come up for collagen, right? Or if you're looking for something for like Protandim information, or let's even just say inflammation, you could put in inflammation in there and I'll bet you're going to have stuff that pops up. So if you have somebody that's asking you questions about maybe, hey, is there anybody that has experienced this? You can go into those Facebook pages and utilize the search bars to see if there's a story that's been shared that you could then share in answering that question that way. And then, of course, we've got the amazing website that Don D created, biohackingaging.com. There is something in there that you guys have just got to go and check it out. And remember, taking ownership of your business means you're becoming educated. You're becoming more knowledgeable. I'm not saying you have to spend hours doing this because you're busy people. We know that many of you have full-time jobs. We know that you're tired, but this is a way that you can take ownership in your business and it will actually give you more energy towards building your business because you're going to I don't want to use the word yet, but you're just going to feel more empowered. Let's just say that. And then, of course, if you're using the boards app, the Team Freedom Reigns boards has got all kinds of information in there that you can be looking for the answers to the questions that you have.
Yeah. And sometimes because of all these, and there's others, there's a lot of information, and sometimes a lot of information because you know it's there can be a little daunting. So sometimes give yourself patience, give yourself some grace, give yourself some time, and look at the different resources. But it would also be a great thing for you to familiarize yourself with literally the abundance of places to go find answers.
Yeah. But what if you still can't find it? Okay, if it's a product question, where do they go?
If it's a product question and you've looked everywhere else and you can't find it, productquestions@lifevantage.com. Send them an email. Ask the question of them. It goes right to the desk of Dr. Christina Beer and the product formulation team at LifeVantage.
Yep. And if you haven't found it, reach out to your upline support team, okay? Because the reason why we're breaking this down to you is not because we don't want you guys reaching out to us. We want you to feel empowered in taking ownership of your business so that you can then help other people do the same thing, right? Because you want to be able to build a big business, even if you're busy with a full-time job or a big family or whatever it is that has your time being constrained, right? And so if you know where things are at and teach other people where things are at, then they can also take ownership of their businesses to be able to go and do that. Plus, we want to be able to utilize the time that we have to help people build their businesses with third-party validation, with prospects answering their questions, with doing opportunity presentations for you guys. All of these different things that we can help you with your prospects to be able to do that. We want to help you with that. Please do not think that we are too busy and we don't want to help, because we are absolutely not either one of those things. We want to help you and we're not too busy. We will make it work, okay?
Yes, we will.
So it's just a matter of where you can prioritize using your time with us in building your business too. So do what you can do by finding the answers to your questions, and then get us in there to help answer the questions of your prospects and do presentations and all of those other things for you, okay? And moving forward. So this is why we want you to take ownership.
Yes, because confidence comes with you building additional ownership. And you're just going to feel great about it too, especially when your paycheck starts catching up and surpassing your level of ownership. But confidence predicts your posture. So when you're taking on this ownership, you're learning more things. You're starting to help people get their questions answered. You're being a better leader. You're starting to have people follow you. You're starting to have people thank you for the effort that you're putting into them. It becomes very gratifying, and that gratification starts to build your confidence, and your confidence is going to predict the posture that you have, how you show up in your own business, because posture determines what?
Your attraction.
Yes.
And I'm not saying how beautiful you are. I'm saying that when you are confident, you are going to have a posture that when you walk into a room or into a conversation, whether it's on Facebook or on the phone or whatever it is, you're carrying yourself differently. And by the way, did you know that energy will transmit through technology? It absolutely will. How you show up as in your posture is going to be coming from that confidence. And your confidence comes from ownership in becoming educated and understanding all of the information that you have at your fingertips. You don't have to have it all up in here. You just need to know where to go to find it. And then when you have that posture, your attraction is going to then just be like undeniable. And people are going to want to be doing what you're doing and being around you. And what does that mean?
I mean, your business is going to grow. People are going to start. Think of it like this. You can become like have you ever watched TED Talks? I love TED Talks. And all those people have ownership. They've owned their topic, whatever it is, whether it's a short one or they've got 18 minutes and a full TED Talk. And they have the confidence because they've taken ownership of that. Their posture is out there. They're coming out as an authority. That authority creates attraction, and the attraction creates all the views that they get in those videos. So that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. And it goes viral. When something goes viral, it's because it was attractive, because the person had the posture, because they had the confidence, because they took ownership of the topic they were talking about. And think about this. Eric Worre, we were listening to an Eric Worre video earlier, and he talked about this very topic, about being stuck. And he says, if you're stuck in your business, it's not because of the economy.
No.
There's more abundance in the world right now than there ever has been on a financial side. It's not because of poor products. And I remember one time Eric Worre telling us, a group of leaders, Marcy was there. He came and he trained us at an elite retreat in Scottsdale. He literally started dropping F-bombs because he was so, I would even say he was frustrated with the executive leadership. And I'm talking about the field leadership, nothing to do with corporate. And he says, you guys have a product, talking about our Protandim NRF2, that lowers oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days. You don't talk about it enough.
And extends life is what he said. You have a product that has been proven to extend life, and you guys are not loud enough about it.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my gosh, and how true is that, right? So I don't know. I would love to hear from you guys too. On a scale of 1 to 10, where do you think you are in your confidence and your posture? Because if your confidence and your posture are low, then that might be why you're stuck, right? And we just got done talking about some of the things that you can do to build your confidence that will then build your posture, as well as obviously being committed and taking action in your business, because it's doing the do that is actually going to really build that confidence and that posture for you.
Yeah.
It's not.
And let me finish my overall thought about, no, it's great. About the timing. There's more abundance in the world right now than ever. Now, there's going to be some people who want what you have. They just can't afford it. That's okay. But there will be others who definitely have the money. They're looking for what you have to offer. They just don't know you, and they don't know that you're offering it. So the whole thing is, there's no excuses to build a stratospheric level, presidential level network marketing business with LifeVantage at this very second in the world, because there are people that are looking for health solutions all over the world. They just don't know you have them, that you're with LifeVantage and what they do. There are people that are willing to put down money on it, that are looking for it right now in Google searches. And so it's just, there is no reason to not have a thriving business at this time in the industry we're in, with the products we have at this time. And that's when it was a big gut punch listening to Eric Worre say that today, which is, again, we're talking to ourselves first.
Yes.
Because we have to take ownership of those very things I just mentioned. And we haven't yet, not full ownership. But it's coming. And so we're working on it on a daily basis. But the good news is, whatever you want, whatever you foresee, you can acquire here and you can achieve here, because we have what it takes, and we've got Marcy and I have been with the company for a long, long time. And we talk about it on a pretty regular basis. We've never seen a corporate executive team like the one we have now.
We are so blessed.
We're so blessed.
Yeah.
And we've never seen a field leadership team the way we have, that are willing to work together. I mean, this Activate and Thrive in 2025 should tell you that. That's, there's so many executive and presidential leaders working together, putting in their own money to be able to bless everyone.
Yeah, that's not,
Companies
it's
just
not a
don't do that.
corporate. It's not a
This is
corporate
nothing to do with corporate, other than they're giving us some grace, and
challenge.
they're opening some doors, and they're contributing their efforts, and they're assisting us. They're pouring fuel on the fire. But the fire started in the field leadership. And I've never seen in the industry, and people that we talk to, leaders of other companies, say that you guys are an anomaly. The industry just does not work that way. The culture and the community of LifeVantage is second to none. It's the perfect home for people. And that's another thing. When you are attractive and you've got that confidence and you've got that posture, you may just find a disgruntled top earner from another company that says, I want the freedom and the confidence and the posture and just the attractor factor that person has. And you may be getting an inbox message from them. That's the kind of stuff that happens a lot because the industry has its checkered past. It's got its strong points and it's got its checkered past. And the people that are looking for this industry for what it has are looking for exactly what we have here at LifeVantage. We're just not loud enough as a collective.
Yeah, and asking on a scale of 1 to 10 where you feel like you fit in your confidence and posture, it's not to make you feel bad about yourself.
No.
It's just like any journey that you're on. If you don't know where you're at, you don't know where you need to go, right? Or how to get there. And so it's just really giving you the opportunity to do that self-evaluation and say, hey, I really kind of need to work on this. This is something that I do need to work on. I love that, Beth, you're a 7, and then we've got
Facebook.
eights,
April
eights, and eights.
is an 8.
It's so
Dr.
good.
Pat's an 8. Marjorie's an 8. Emmy's an 8.
Yeah.
So
So,
good.
I mean, we're so glad that you guys feel that you're confident and that you've got that posture. Lori is 7. That's fantastic. And by the way, if you're lower than that, it's okay.
It's okay.
It
Yeah.
means that we have work to do, and that's okay. It means that you're human, right? And that we can, because you can only grow as big of a business as you grow yourself. Now, the thing is those of you that put that you are 8s right now, you're going to hit a level to where you might get down to where you're back down to a 4 or 5 just because you've moved into a new level, right? And so anticipate that too, that there will be growth that comes that is going to put you into positions that's going to have you a little bit freaked out, like what we're going to announce to you guys about what we're doing next week. And it is an amazing opportunity. It's a little bit scary, but it's really what growth looks like. Is saying yes to things that might be a little bit awesome. So we'll just say that. But okay, you ready to go to the next slide? Okay. Oh, and look, it says thank you. So let me stop this share here. We just want you guys to know that we believe in you, that we have 100% confidence in each and every one of you. Especially, I mean, I love looking at you ladies. Thank you for being on here with us on Zoom so much. But being able to have that confidence and taking ownership in your business is what's going to help you get through those downward times, right? Or it's also going to be what's going to put the accelerator on and help you speed up in growing your business. So do you want to announce?
Go ahead.
Okay, guys. So do any of you know anybody in Australia
Or New Zealand?
or New Zealand? They're getting ready to launch the Mind Body System there at their big event, their Momentum Academy, on February 7th and 8th. And we've actually been invited to be the keynote speakers to help them launch it into their market. And so if you have any connections, we'll be flying out to Australia on the 3rd, and we will be coming back home the 13th. So, be looking for that and see if there's anybody that you have connections that you can be inviting to that event. If you look at the Australia website by just changing the flag on your replicated website to Australia, all of the details for their Momentum Academy, where it's at, all of that. We're going to be in Brisbane, so that's where the actual location is at. But we're super excited to be going to help support. And that's the thing, is that's part of what we talk about, what Dondi mentioned in growing your business. There's going to be things that come along that you're like, whoa, why did they ask us? Right? But that's where you get to, okay, We're going to step into this. We're going to have the posture. We're going to take what we know and what we've learned through helping launch here and go and help other people, even though we don't have a team there either. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that's LifeVantage for us, right? It's an amazing, amazing family. But
And it's a stretch moment when the potential was kind of posed in Kansas City in October when Charlotte Venter came up and asked us if, in the future, would you guys be open to this? And didn't know whether it was a serious inquiry, but was, of course, but then we said yes. I go, what if they actually ask us? It's like a little pucker factor. And there's always that, and then when corporate reached out to us and asked us, it's very flattering, but it was also, okay, if we say yes to this, there's a significant responsibility now and be able to take on that leadership. And it's something like, it's like, well, why are they asking us? There's people that have higher ranks than us. Why are they asking us? And sometimes it's not your question to ask, why are you being asked? It's just to say yes and step into it and figure it out, as Eric Worre said, say yes and figure it out.
Yeah.
Or say yes, tell the world, and then figure it out. And so we're telling the world right now. So now it's no longer a private thing. It's not a secret. It's legit, but it's very flattering. But if you know anybody in that market, you've got prospects in that market, reach out on Facebook, on LinkedIn, whatever social channels you're using, get out there and spread the word. It's February 7th and 8th, and we would love to know if there's people that are going to be guests or prospects that are, because we don't know anybody or we don't have any of our team over there. Mm-hmm. And so we're going to be looking for people that we can hook up with our own prospects. If you've got somebody, invite them, let us know who they are. We'll meet with them on your behalf. And that's another kind of a thing. But we're going to go fly 18 hours in a plane to the other side of the planet to go represent this company and these great products. And the leadership over there asked us. They've got their own extremely qualified leaders there. That's the kind of thing, is like when you take ownership and that posture and that confidence, it must have come across because they reached out to us, and we're flattered, a little butterflies, but we're going to go do it. So let us know what we can do to help you.
You know what comes to mind for me on that, though, is believing in other people more than they may believe in themselves, right? So that you can help them get to that belief in themselves. And so we want you guys to know that we believe in you guys that way.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're here to love on you, to support you, to lift you up and encourage you and cheer you on. And we're also here to help you take ownership of your business in just different ways. So we hope that you kind of, took this in a way that it just really gives you some encouragement and helps you feel empowered. But other than that, we're super excited to be on this journey with each one of you. And it's the last freaking Sunday of the month. Can you believe that?
It's crazy.
It's crazy. All right, you ready to go?
Yes. So thank you, everybody. Share this out. We're going to be uploading this here in probably 15, 20 minutes after we get it uploaded. But we're going to be sharing it to the Team Freedom Reigns YouTube channel. Please watch the replay. Send the replay out to any of your leaders. And thank you all for being the tremendous leaders that you are, taking the ownership of your business. Anything we can do to help, we're here for you.
Yes, absolutely. All right, guys. Take care. Have a great week, and let us know how we can help you, okay? Bye.